You have the Rockets winning their sixth straight, fifth and sixth on Friday and Sunday, and the sixth one is against the defending champs, right? You've got the baby version of their center.
Jokic versus Baby J.
Yeah, Baby J.
And yet, can you imagine winning a game where Jalen Green shoots 1 for 13?
I know,
and you
right?
have a 10-point lead with a minute and a half to go.
I know, right?
That's what happened.
He contributed stuff. He did. He did.
But you could have never a 1 for 13 last year. You had no chance to win.
No. Yeah, but again, it was all about the defense and playing defense, and their 3-point defense is as good as it gets. And look at the difference. They did not last year. I don't think they went consecutive games holding a team under 10 threes, and now they've done it however many times. I'll go get the stats, but it's ridiculous how good they are on the perimeter, and it's making all the difference in the world. Boy, Jeff Green is getting but by the way, he came up with 2 huge threes in the fourth quarter.
We're on the Rockets now.
They're on the Rockets now.
And why not? I mean, my excitement level for the Texans and Rockets are about equal right now.
So they beat the Nuggets. And they were up by 10. Nuggets come back. Rockets hold them off, and a great play. Jayshawn Tate and Jeff Green are on the floor in the final sequence. I mean, you want to talk about dogs that just play hard.
One's an old dog. Jayshawn Tate's probably a little older than you think. He's late 20s.
So on Friday, watching, and I'm like, hey, Jeff Green is on the floor during important minutes here, and Jabari's not. Mm-hmm. And when asked about it after the game, Ime said, yeah, well, I just wanted his defense out there.
Like the way he was playing defense.
I love the way that he was playing defense.
Which is something that is it's not puzzling. It was just a little surprising based on the fact that Jabari Smith is a long-limbed guy. But this is what's great about him.
And he's known as a defensive guy. Well, he was known as a defensive guy.
Well, whatever your but he's not a physical guy.
Right.
Like he's skinny. And so whatever your preconceived notions are of who should play and when they play, Ime doesn't care. It's a meritocracy with him.
Yeah.
And there's certain guys he's going to want out there. Jay Sean's a dog. And Jeff Green's a dog. He's more limited athletically, but guess what? He was on Zion Williamson.
Yeah. That's who we put him on. That's why he was out there, is to play Zion on Friday night. And then last night, Jabari came in at the end for Alperin, and it was like, what? Jabari's in there, and he's got to slow down Jokic? Okay, I guess.
Well, just because he could probably play on the perimeter a little bit.
Whatever.
Better athlete.
Ime is like, you're right, it's a meritocracy. You're going to be on the floor. Fred VanVleet on Friday night was fantastic.
That 3 where he pulled up over the top.
Yes.
The crowd that's as loud as the crowd's been in 3 years.
Yeah.
Easily.
It was great. That win was fantastic. But then I was like, there's no chance they beat the Nuggets tonight. There is zero chance that they're going to get that done. And what did they do? Holy crap. I mean, and they had a 10-point lead. And it wasn't like you came from behind and you eked one out. You got a 10-point lead on these people, and we're able to hold them off. This is just fun to watch. Bill Simmons, a sentence I thought I'd never type. The Rockets are super fun to watch. This is literally the first time since 1995. I love the Kevin O'Connor. I love these Houston Rockets.
Don't let the ringer guys come in now.
No.
I know.
They've been ultimate haters, and kind of rightfully so. The Rockets team has been unwatchable. But don't let them come in now.
Listen. Everybody's going to be jumping. You know what? And rightfully, that's okay. There's plenty of room.
No, but Simmons has some extra.
Yeah.
Simmons doesn't like the city of Houston. I'll just tell you that.
He Rocket
told
fans.
me that.
Yeah, right. No.
I mean, Simmons, and look, Rocket fans haven't always been lovable. I get that. He didn't like all the James stuff. I think he likes Daryl Morey. I don't think he liked.
But he's not wrong though. He's not wrong though. It wasn't any fun to watch those teams.
No, I know, but he's got a personal thing against. Like he was a C.J. Stroud, an anti-C.J. Stroud guy. He's a guy that just seems like it's convenient for him to not like anything the city of Houston is doing in general. But he's not wrong. I mean, a lot of what he was saying is not wrong. But I'm kind of with Dell. This has been an easy. It's hard because this has been an awful organization, but people don't like the Rockets organization because
they're whiners.
Yeah, well, they have
in the past. They've been whiners.
The Morey Harden version was not very likable for a lot of people outside of Houston. It was not. Yeah, a lot of people really didn't like it. The going to the league and calling the security and calling the manager every time that you didn't think James got enough free throws. The guy who led the league in free throws every year. I mean, it was kind of annoying sometimes.
I don't disagree with what you just said, but you're listening to those podcasts, whether it be him, Russillo, Kevin O'Connor, there were some unnecessary shots when the Rockets weren't even being talked about. And they would go, oh, at least they're not Houston. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
In that regard. And if you're a Houston fan listening, you're like, all right, guys, we know it's tough here, but I didn't come here to listen for that. But if you want to jump on. But always be aware they were haters, and they'll quickly go back if they
Bill
need
Simmons
to.
has been a hater for a long time. And well. It's complicated. Regardless, this team is so much. You know what? This is really Kelvin. I mean, we loved Kelvin Sampson basketball. This is more Kelvin Sampson basketball, but they can shoot, as opposed to Kelvin Sampson basketball. And this was a team that actually, if you want to know the truth, they're built a lot alike. Fred VanVleet's not a good shooter.
Wait, he can shoot the three.
Well, Dylan, he can shoot the three. Dylan Brooks, historically, not a good shooter. This year, I don't know what the hell happened to him, but he's better.
Şengün is like a different.
Şengün is in a different neighborhood.
Dude, it's so much different when Şengün is finally, I don't know what they had against him, but finally, you spotlight the guy and, hey, look, good things happen when Şengün has the ball in his hands.
No. Well,
it's less erratic.
Listen, but Şengün made a steal the other night, too, on Friday night.
By the way,
he got back on defense and came back after he lost the ball, went back, stole the ball. It was like, he's a maniac.
I'm sorry. Did you see him on the ground 3 different times after loose balls?
He's a maniac.
And they asked him after the game. And, Dell, I don't know if you can find the sound because it was recorded off the TV. That's the only version I saw. And he was asked about it. He goes, about defense. He goes, last year I just wasn't really feeling it. He goes, well, I was feeling it. But he goes, this year is just a different energy. And he goes, man, I like winning. He's like, this is a classic young guy who's like, wow, this is cool to win, and it doesn't take much. Young players are impressionable.
Yes.
Get the right veterans and the right coach in, and all of a sudden, like, hey, I want to get on the floor after the ball too. I don't have to just be cool, with the other guys and try to be cool with my, just make sure my pregame fits
My
or where it
nails are
needs to
done.
be. Yeah, he's like, and
Love the nail
Jalen's
thing.
playing, He's
Right.
getting in there and getting dirty and doing what he needs to do. But Şengün basically told you the other day, yeah, this year it's just different. You basically want to defend. You want to win. This matters to them.
Yes.
It's important to them.